Now, do you want a few minutes to evaluate?
Yeah, can I?
Okay, we'll take a couple of minutes to do that then. Thank you.
Gosh, how am I going to cut some stuff out of here? I want to say all of it.
Well, you're doing a lot of dialogue. You were doing a lot of dialogue with us. I think that took up a lot of time. I think you could probably still through it.
That's true.
I think that's a couple minutes if that's what you wanted.
Okay, go Lynn.
Yeah, thanks.
Our next speech will be by the illustrious John Sherwood, the lead governor. Lynn, would you mind reading
The objectives?
the objectives of the speech?
The objectives. Select an appropriate outline which allows, so this is organize your speech. Select an appropriate outline which allows listeners to easily follow and understand your speech. Make your message clear with supporting material directly contributing to that message. Use appropriate transitions when moving from one idea to another. Create a strong opening and conclusion. 5 minutes, please.
Thank you, Lynn. Please welcome John Sherwood with his speech. The title of that is
Healthcare.
Our healthcare system is under attack. Do you know what the health accord is? 4 out of 4 people don't know what it is. The federal government will not pass over $96 billion over the next 10 years to the provinces, and the provinces are expected to pick up the slack. Do you know who Brian Day is? Brian Day is a man that's been running a private clinic for profit in Vancouver quite a number of years. And it looks as though the government has finally taken the attitude that I think we better check up on this guy. Actually, the reason that he's done that, or they've taken some interest in it, is because the nurses union has taken him to court because he's been double billing for all these years. Now, the court case was supposed to go in March, but wouldn't you know if the government found 10,000 more documents? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, our healthcare system is under attack. I've been working within the healthcare system a lot lately because I'm part of an organization called Patients as Partners. The BC government funds an organization called Impact BC. Impact BC is the umbrella for a number of organizations under it, which is Patients as Partners is the main one. I am called a patient voice. I'm part of the Patient Voice Network. And what that means is that I have the ability to go in when I'm called or when I will offer my volunteer services, to sit down with professionals, with people from health authorities, from people who come from all different spectrums of life, and try to find a way to bring in what is going to be the new program that British Columbia is going to go for, and that is patient-centered care, which means we're going to be taking healthcare from the doctor telling you what you should do to looking at how can we manage, how can we as patients, how can we as the client manage what it is with our healthcare. So it's talking to you about, well, how's your diet? Are you getting some exercise? How are these medications affecting you? All these things are coming into play right now, and hopefully they're going to be the savior of our healthcare system, because we have the gray tsunami, which is heading towards the healthcare system in a big way. Now, in my journey in healthcare, today, for instance, I sat with Murray Rankin. He is our MP. He's an NDP MP he's the federal health clinic. So I said to Murray, I said, do you know what triple aim is? And he goes, no. Well, triple aim is something that is permeating the world right now. England, Sweden, Canada's supposed to know about it. All these countries, and what it is it's a way of dealing with healthcare in a manner of that the best care, it's for the patient, and it's at a cost that we can all afford. So for me, I said to myself, well, Vancouver Island Health and all these other health authorities are working towards that program. But here's the health minister, the critic for Canada. He knows absolutely nothing about it. So what that means is that I have a job to do, being this patient as partner, working with the people who are professionals and bringing them together in a way. So hopefully that's what I can do over the next little while. Now, has anybody had a relative go into the healthcare system? So right away you find out it's a monstrosity to try and deal with the system. To navigate something like that, you need advocates, you need somebody who's been there before, and you need the buy-in of the professionals that you're working with. All these things really tax our healthcare system, and there's something that, the reason I'm talking to you guys tonight about this is because I want each and every one of you to go home and think about the impact of what healthcare is going to mean as you go through your years. I mean, there's some of us that are a little closer than others to needing healthcare, but I'll tell you, when healthcare becomes important, as soon as a family member goes into healthcare. And I want you to consider that, start looking at what your options are. I have multiple documents that I can feed you. Systems change for senior care. I can give you information about if you're a caregiver, and there's an organization that's called Family Caregivers that you can go, they'll advocate for you, they'll help you understand what's going on in the healthcare system. We've got the Pain Network. Did you know this existed? So if you have issues like this, there's a group of people that can help navigate you through this. This is a neat little, this is the Center of Collaboration for Motivation and Innovation. There's a mouthful. But they talk about the brain and how important it is to make decisions. Has everybody got their advanced planning done? Do you know what advanced planning is? It's as you move into the healthcare system and all of a sudden decisions have to be made about, well, do we unplug? Do we plug? These are very important aspects of the healthcare system. They're going to help us understand how that we can get through it in a monetary sense. I know I'm giving you a lot of information, but this is something I picked up the other day. It's It's a little pin that the Coastal Health Authority is doing, and it's I am the patient experience. So just remember that we're trying to move towards a program that is patient-centered. And patient-centered means that you have to be responsible for self-management of your own health care. So I ask you again, please look into what your healthcare options are. Look into what advanced planning is. Look into what anybody can do advanced planning, because what it's going to do is going to help alleviate a lot of problems that we have in the future. Mr. Toastmaster. 2 minutes, right?
Sure.
It's 11 minutes. Oh.